This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Upgrade your business with Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning fewer carts going abandoned and more sales going cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, get a commerce platform that's ready to sell wherever your customers are. Visit shopify.com to upgrade your selling today.
Hello, everyone. It's time for Vanished Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanis. This is episode 404, season 17. Today's date is January 26, 2025, and welcome to the show. Excuse me. On today's program, I'm going to talk about, there are these gas pumps from Standard Oil, and they had these crowns on the top of the pumps, and I'm going to explain or try to explain what they meant. And I used to see these when I was little, very little, and like I said, what did those mean, and how long we were there. Also, I will read off a menu from Diana's Opaa Greek restaurant. I found that recently, and I want to share it to my Greek friends and my non-Greek friends, all the beautiful food they had on at that restaurant that was located in Greektown. But first, we're going to go into a commercial break. And this program is brought to you by AIM Mint Toothpaste. I remember this. And this was, here's a commercial from 1981. And I remember this commercial very well. So sit back and relax, and I'll be right back with the show, folks. Thank you.
Hey, son.
Hi.
So how's the wiener business?
Well, frankly, Dad, it's dog eat dog.
Very funny. Here, you brush while I laugh.
Hey, this isn't regular AIM.
Nope, it's new AIM Mint.
Mint, all right.
Use it. It's got fluoride, and it's clinically proven to fight cavities.
Yeah, with the mint taste, I'll have to fight off all the women at the hot dog heaven.
Stop dreaming and start brushing.
Introducing AIM Mint. Now there are two great tasting ways to take aim against cavities.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for AIM Mint Toothpaste. That was from 1981. I used to have AIM toothpaste. The product's still around. They used to advertise this heavily on TV from the late 70s to the 80s. Like I said before, it's still around. You can buy it at Walmart, Target, or Amazon, whatever like that. I don't know if it's the same, but reminds me of Aquafresh. Remember that? I wonder if it's still around. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I remember those commercials very well. Yeah, this was during when I was in high school. Long time ago. Oh, boy. All right. At the beginning of the program, I mentioned I'm going to talk about those Standard Oil gas pumps with the crown heads. They were there many years ago, and then I'll read off a menu from Diana's Opaa Greek restaurant that was located in Greektown on Halsted Street. Before we get started, I want to mention a couple things. One, really quick, today is the 58th anniversary of the Chicago Blizzard of 1967. And I made a video of that long time ago, and you can check it out. You can go to my YouTube account under Picostanis, and you will find it. Or you would do a search engine, and you will see it. I made a beautiful video of that. This was under Chicago Extinct Businesses at the time. So, and that was for the 50th anniversary. So, maybe I'll repost that, and just, we'll see, to commemorate that wonderful day that we all suffered. I was about, how old was I? 4 years old no, 3. I was 3 when it happened, and it was my mom told me the story of she endured that, and it was a day that she would never forget. And I think I talked about it in an earlier podcast episode before. Okay. Second thing I want to mention is I'm sure everyone knows what's going on with me. I had some good news. A few days ago, well, I'll start at the beginning. Someone from my Facebook group, Fan Chicagoland, wanted to start a petition to have the Chicago Historical Society to recognize my work, which is very honorable, and I'm very touched, but I didn't think it'd go through. And so I did. She shared it to a lot of, pages and groups. And I shared it too on my profile to get people to sign the petition so I could be recognized. And the last count I saw was over 1,913 or something like that. And it seems not much, but it seems like a lot. And then about a few days ago, someone from the Chicago Historical Museum contacted me, and he says, I love what you do, and you should be recognized for that. So now we're going to award you a plaque, and it's called the Citizen History Award. And like, whoa, that's something. And let me be honest with you, I have never won anything like that in my life. After 61 years, nothing, no trophies, no awards. My brothers won trophies, for sports. Me, no, I'm terrible. So I was very shocked and pleased by this, and I said, okay. Then I contacted him by phone, and we talked, and he says, we're going to set up a ceremony to give you the award to you. And I said, oh, that's awesome. So we set a date. We went back and forth. First, I teased everyone on my account, telling something big's coming, something good news. I didn't tell what it was. I want to wait till it's official. And then the next day, it was official. And then a few days later after that, this happened within a week, he told me the date. That it will be on February 20th at 1 o'clock at the Chicago Historical Museum. That's located at 1601 North Clark Street in the Old Town neighborhood. And I accept it. I really did, so I'm just floored by this. And I have told a couple people by message, and they're very excited. So I posted the news, and my phone blew up all day, practically all night, and people congratulated me, people that I know from school, grade school, high school, American Express, where I used to work. What else? Yeah, so it was like a lot of people in my life, that is, and they all congratulate me. They're very happy. It is open to the public. I want to mention one thing. I didn't mention this on Facebook, that if it's too many people, they might do RSVP. So you probably get an invitation. I don't know. I hope not. I don't know if it could fit all these people in. People want to come, And of course, I want my mom there and my brothers. I hope they come. If they don't, I'll kill them. No, my mom will be there for sure. But so they'll arrange it, and then I'll be presented by the chairman of the board, the plaque. And there's a possibility that the media will be there. And, that's nice. I hope I don't get too egotistical. So I'm not that way. I'll gladly accept it. Hopefully people will come. If they can't make it, that's fine. That's no big deal. But it'll be very interesting. It'll be a very interesting day, like that. And all it started because of Van Chicagoland. It was Chicago Extinct Business page before, and it was something that passed the time. I was doing this when I was looking for a job. I didn't find a job, but I found this. And within a couple of years, I've told this story before, it just blew up. And it's been popular ever since. And I will continue to do so. Plus of all the podcast episodes I've done. So a lot of people said I deserve it. You bring a lot of joy to this page, and I do, because that's what I'm here for. We need a little happiness in our lives, especially now when things are going. So, we need that in our lives. We need to be happy. And I've talked to some people, and they're very pleased. I went out to lunch with a friend, and we celebrated. And so that was nice. Plus, I will be going out to dinner with my friends Tuesday night. We'll celebrate then. They'll see my new hairdo, whichever's left. And then the next chemo treatment will be February 4th. That'll be the third one. After that, 7 more to go. At least there'll be 2 that month. So I expect to be done at least May or June. Hopefully earlier. I'm praying. We'll see about that. Okay. Enough of this stuff. That's what they said on Sarguli. Which, by the way, I got congratulations from him. So that was very touched. I'm very touched by that. Okay. Right now, I'm going to talk about the Standard Oil gas pumps. They had the crown heads. Now, when I was very, very little, I used to see these, and it was a gas pump, and they had a crown. And I asked my mom one day, what is that? And she said, it's a gas pump. And I don't know how it got started when they put the crowns in, but I think it started maybe, I'm thinking in the 1940s or the 50s, and stopped in the 60s or something like that. So I'm trying to understand what these pumps mean. They came in different colors. So there was a standard red crown, and that was for regular gas. So it was like, it was white on top, red on the bottom. It says standard red crown. And it was a beautiful crown like that. Now, the next one was a standard white crown. Now, I don't know what kind of gas this is. It could be the same, or it could be regular or leaded gas. We don't there's no more lead anymore in the gas anymore. They removed it. I don't know. So I'm not sure. But there was a gold crown or a blue crown, and that's for super premium. Okay. So I don't know if there's a difference between those two. I'm not sure. Because I found a photo yesterday, and I posted it online, and it showed those 3 pumps like that. Now, Standard Oil, I'll give you a brief history of this company. It started from 1882 to 1911, and then it just, which was founded in 1870 by the Standard Oil Company, which was based in Ohio, by John D. Rockefeller, one of the richest men in the world at the time. And they sort of changed hands and changed companies, and I'll do the best I can to explain this. And it was renamed, Standard Oil was renamed Amoco, like in the 70s, and I remember that. Excuse me, I had to drink some water. So I remember when they switched it. Now, Standard Oil went away, but Amoco came back now. Yeah, it's back. And I just saw an Amoco gas station right near the hospital I go to. And it was right there, and they opened that. So that's good. It's very nice. Here's my earliest memory of Standard Oil. I used to live in South Shore in the neighborhood, and there was a gas station on the corner on 75th Street and Colfax. That's where I used to live. Across the street was my uncle's grocery store. And on 75th Street, there was a laundromat, and I think there was a laundromat and a butcher shop and Hilo Foods. Remember Hilo, the grocery store? Well, you had the 10-cent cans in front in the, what's that called? The flyer. It was the Hilo flyer. It's like a radio flyer, like a red wagon they sold though. Anyway, the gas station was there. When I was little, I used to love the sign of the Standard sign, with the flame and the oval shape like that. And when I looked out the window of my apartment building, I used to look at that. I was about maybe 4 or 5 years old, and I was fascinated by the sign in the gas station. And, when my mom went shopping, she didn't drive at the time. We walked to stores. We would pass by it, and that was always busy, that gas station. And you remember the old days, like when you drive up to a gas station and you hit the thing and it goes ding ding, and an attendant will come out. He would check your oil, put gas in your car, wipe your windshield, like in the old days. I heard only one state does this now. It's New Jersey. It's like full service station. But back then in Chicago, that wasn't true. There was a Texaco station like more east of there that was near Coles Avenue. And I remember that. I'll talk about that another time. And I remember seeing the gas station every time. It was the most colorful place that I loved. And it did have the pumps, but not the crowns. They didn't have the crowns, not the red crown, the white crown, the gold crown, or the blue crown. No. I think they were removed. Okay. So, and then they disappeared. Now, when I go into Google Maps, and sometimes I do that to look at my old neighborhood, it's changed drastically. The place where the gas station was, it's still there. Not the gas station, but the property is still there. So every time I look at it, I start to cry. It's so sad because it was a very busy corner. People driving to stop off for gas like that. But no. So those crowns on the top of the gas pumps, they were really fascinating. It really does. I'm sure there are people out there who have more information about this than I do. And if they want to comment, fine. Go ahead. But this is all I know. Okay? So that was that. All right. Right now, I'm going to take a quick break. And then when I come back, I'm going to read off a menu from Diana's Opaa, great restaurant that was located in Greektown on Halsted Street in Chicago. All right. So sit back and relax, everyone, and I'll be right back. Thank you. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Right now, I'm going to read off a menu from Diana's Opaa, great restaurant. Opaa. I love when they do that. It reminds me when they throw the dishes all over the place. Okay, so Diana's restaurant. Just a moment, please. Let me get my stuff in order. That was a very popular. First, it was a grocery store, very small one, and then and it was in the same location. Then they expanded to a restaurant, and then that was like in the maybe late 60s and the 70s. I only went once there, just once. And I was very little, so I don't remember what I ate or the how the place looked. And so it was owned by Peter Koyonis, and there was also Petros. So I think that was Panayoti and Petros. Panayoti is my Greek name. So that was located at 130 South Halsted Street, and I think it moved to another location. I'll double check that. And they also had another location in like up north, but that opened much later, like that. And let's see. So I think it was like 218 South Halsted Street. They moved over there. Anyway, from what I understand, a lot of people like the restaurant. What they like is about the host of the restaurant. And this was one of the Koyonis brothers. And it was Petros, and he had the long black hair. He looked like Tiny Tim. And he would greet people when they arrive, and he would kiss the women. And, like Richard Dawson on Family Feud. I don't think he could do that today. No. I think women would object, and probably their husbands or boyfriends would get jealous like that. Anyway, so it was a great place, and it closed about, I'm saying like late 80s or early 90s, and it's gone now. So Greektown has changed so much. There's only a few restaurants left. There's Athena, and there's Greek Islands, and there's Nine Muses, and the Metropolis Bakery, and I think there's one more place. I'm not sure. But the Hellenic Museum is there. I have not been there, but I'd like to go one day to see it. But because the area is so expensive, and trying to but they open new places. And there's a mixture of Greek food and American food. And so that they have the Spectrum Bar. So I heard about that. And it's funny, they built a Whole Foods store. I went there one day to go shopping. So Greektown has changed because the West Loop area has changed dramatically over the years, and a lot of people live there and they shop, and they have other great restaurants. So that's good. It's nice that they somewhat improved like that. All right, so I think Petros died probably in the 90s, and I'm sure his brother is dead as well. So they made the Greektown a very hot spot. They really did, and it was very popular for Greeks and non-Greeks to have a nice Greek meal. There are still a few places in Chicago you can still get that besides your home. Of course, you can't. They don't do much cooking at home as they used to. But if you want an authentic Greek restaurant, you go to the places that I mentioned, especially Greek Islands. There's one in Lombard. I go there all the time. The food is excellent. I love it. I might go there soon. Again. Okay. Right now, we're going to talk about, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to read off a menu. Okay, so let's see. First, I have the wine list. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Yes. They have Greek wines, like, for example, Rodidi's dry red wine. I used to drink this. I'm not a big wine fan, especially dry wine, because it doesn't agree with my stomach. And let's see. So they have Rodidi's. The first two wines, they cost $4, and the rest were $4.75. So I'll read off this. So the next one was Retsina, and it's like a resin flavor, and it was a white wine. I tried it, and I'm not crazy about it. I had a friend I used to take to Greektown. He drank this, and he loved it. And he said it tasted like shoe polish or like a shoe. But he loved it. That's great. Also, there's Mavrodafni. That's a dark red sweet wine. I've had that. It's not bad. It's very good. There's Montebello's. That's a red dry wine. And Domestica, a white dry wine. Yeah. Liquor, they had Ouzo. We all know what Ouzo is. That's that licorice flavored. That's so powerful. Oh, I can't drink it. It's just like woof. Also, they had Mastija. That's another liquor. And Rocky. Okay. And there's another one called, I can't pronounce it. Tsupuro. That's another liquor. Hard liquor, that is. I don't drink it. They also had Greek beer. I love Greek beer. They have new ones now. Well, not new ones, but they've been around for a while. They have Mythos, Alpha. I forgot what the other one is. But there's Fix. And that one's been around for years. And that's my favorite beer. I love Greek beer. Other American beer? No. Greek beer like that. Okay, so we have Metaxa, that's a brandy. There's 5-star, that's the highest, strongest. They had also Stein beer, Athenian beer. They all had the cocktails, like, for example, martinis, Manhattans, Rob Roy, Scotch, bourbon, whatever you want, or 7-7, like that. Okay, and the desserts they had was baklava, galtoburiko, that's like a custard with a filo. I love that stuff. It's delicious, but it's fattening, very fattening, but it's good. I like that. My mom does not make it, thank God. But whenever they have it at a wedding or a baptism or any party, I will get a piece. I would love that. Also, they have yaourti, which is yogurt, Greek yogurt. I love Greek yogurt. My mom used to make it when I was little. She doesn't do that anymore. But I love yogurt. They also have 2 kinds of coffee, Greek coffee or American coffee. I'm not a big fan of Greek coffee. Or like frappe, that's the cold one. It's like a milkshake in a way. I'm not crazy about it. But Greek coffee, no. American coffee, I'll stay. The only thing that's missing is rice pudding, what's called risologo. I can't pronounce it. My brother yells at me for mispronouncing it. It's rice pudding. I love rice pudding, and it's good. Okay, next up, we have the menu. We have some wonderful food. So here we go. We also have soups. Now, they have 2 kinds of soups. They have rice, egg, lemon soup, and avgolemono rice. I think the difference is, like, the avgolemono, it's more richer, like that. I don't know what that means. Maybe the rice, egg, lemon it could be, it's not as thick. I could be wrong. I don't know. All right, next up they have Arnaki Souvlas. That means it's lamb on a spit, which I like lamb, but I don't like to eat it all the time. So they also have spanakopita, that's Spanish pie. My mom makes that all the time. It's delicious. Also, they have family style, which you get rice, egg, lemon soup, a salad, saganaki, gyro, and a gyro in a combination. Saganaki, we know what it is. It's the flaming cheese. I think the Parthenon invented it. I love saganaki, and the fun part is when the waiter comes over and he squirts lemon on it, and flames shot up in the air, and you say, "Opaa!" I love that. That is fun. Okay. Also, we have Souvlakia Furno. That's like it's shish kebab cooked in the oven. Arni Juvetsi, that is like roast lamb with orzo or spaghetti. My mom makes it with spaghetti. She makes it, but she makes roast beef out of that, which is good. It's heavy, but it's delicious. It really is. Also, we have dolmades. That's the grape leaves stuffed with meat and with avgolemono, egg lemon. They have pastizo, which is like Greek lasagna. Also moussaka, which is eggplant it's like pasticho, but it's like eggplant. It's like eggplant parmesan in a way, which is good. They have octopus, also scordalha, which is garlic mashed potatoes, and it's very pungent. It's very good. They have a calamari. That's squid. Maridas. They have that. I'm not sure what that is, so I'll skip it. They have all kinds of fish, like red snapper, trout. They also have horta. That's like dandelion greens, and you have with lemon. I don't like horta. I don't like that. It's bitter to me. But my mom eats it. My brothers eat it. They love it. My dad used to eat it when he was alive. He loved that. Also, you get a combination plate. You can have pastita, moussaka, dolmades, rice and vegetables, lamb or beef, whatever you want. And lamb, they had all kinds of lamb. They have it with beans. They have it with orzo. They have it with eggplant. Also with okra, or lamb with potatoes, or rice, whatever you want. They have a braised lamb. Now, I want to explain what braised is. I always get confused. Braised is it's a method of cooking. It involves browning the meat or vegetables in fat, then cooking them in a small amount of liquid covered in a pot in low temperature. That's what braised is, because I don't eat it at home. No, I don't eat that. So that's all. So they have braised. So yeah, I'll get to that in a moment. But right now they have shish kebab with rice cooked in the oven, baked lamb with spaghetti. Of course, I mentioned the dolmades, or the pasticho, moussaka. They have braised octopus and wine sauce. They have codfish, squid, smelts, sea bass, red snapper, fresh greens. All those were broiled, and the fresh greens were boiled. Now the braised lamb, they have them any side dish you want. You want green beans, squash, eggplant, okra, potatoes, or rice pita. Also, they have lukaniko tiganito, which means fried Greek sausage. Okay. They also have roast lamb, roast pig. Also, they have chicken. You can have it with rice or potatoes. You can have it braised also with rice and potatoes. Also, they have veal. And it comes with the same side dishes Also, they have surf steak, pork chops, and let's see, braised steer. That's by beef. Also, braised chicken. Same side orders like that. Also, they had broiled lamb chops, and they can serve it with rice and potatoes or whatever you want. T-bone steak, broiled pork chops, and broiled chicken with rice and potatoes. I love broiled chicken. My mom makes it so good. And we usually have a baked potato. Rice is good. Rice is good. I don't care what people say, it's bad for you, with the carbs. We're Greek. We eat this stuff. So, that menu sounds wonderful. It really does. And, Greek food is number one for me, of course. Italian is second. Chinese is third. And Mexican is fourth, in a way. So all these wonderful recipes sound delicious. They really do. And you can still get them at the restaurants I mentioned previously. Like Greek Islands and Athena. And so any other ones. There's another Greek restaurant is Pizzeria. I can't say it. It's located in Lincolnwood. I've been there about twice. Good food. Delicious. Okay. Also Mykonos. Morton Grove and Niles. I've been there too. Okay. So that's it for this program. I'm going to do a recap of what I talked about. I talked about the Citizen History Award, which I'm going to receive on February 20th. It'll be at 1 o'clock at the Chicago Historical Museum It is open to the public. Anyone's invited so far. We'll see about that. And I talked about the standard oil gas pumps with the crowns on their heads. That's my memories of those. And also I read off a menu from Diana's Opaa Greek restaurant that was located in Greektown on Halsey Street in Chicago. Okay, this podcast will be published later on today, wherever podcasts are available: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Breaker, Overcast. You can tap on those apps, tap follow. It'll take you to the latest episode. You can listen to previous episodes if you like. Excuse me. Also be posted on my blog, www.vanchicagoland.blog. You can click on the link. It'll take you right there. Also be on my YouTube channel again and again and again. People ask me, where do I find your podcast? Where do I find your podcast? You can find it on YouTube. Tap subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. You will receive a notification of the latest episode, or you can listen to previous episodes if you like. The last 403 episodes if you want. Also be sharing on my social media accounts: Facebook, X, Reddit, LinkedIn. Also on Blue Sky, Instagram. What else? Threads and TikTok. If you deleted the app on your phone or tablet by mistake, you will not get TikTok back. They're waiting on it to be bought. But I have it on my iPad, thank God. So if you still have the app, you will find the link, and it'll take you right there to listen to the podcast. I think it's coming back. Yeah, I think it's coming back. Okay. So I will do another podcast episode, perhaps Tuesday. Yeah, I will probably do one. Okay. So this is Pete Costanis, your host for Van Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. Thank you for joining me. Today is Sunday. It's not as cold. It's sunny. I went out earlier today. And it's football day today. There's 2 games, which I've been told. So that'll keep people busy. And so I hope everyone has a great day. And here's bye-bye for me. And here's a little traveling music from my favorite person in the whole wide world, Ray Rayner, saying bye, bye, bye. Take care, everyone, and so long.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.